Howdy. Welcome back to Dion Talk. I wanted to start with how can we make work optional? A lot of people are familiar with the FIRE community, financial independence, retire early. I focused on it for a long time, absorbed a ton of content, and there was Mr. Money Mustache and Paula Pants Afford Anything. And there were some great channels that really covered financial independence, retire early. And there's a couple of things in the FIRE movement that I like, and then there's some things that I don't like. Financial independence to me was really important. I wanted to find a source of income that didn't rely on me selling my life 1 hour at a time. And I've talked about this. If you're new to my channel, I'll give you just a really quick recap. After Desert Storm, the Marine Corps downsized. In 2008, I was a police officer that got laid off because during a recession, police department shrank. I have ran a trucking company, and my ex emptied out the wages and taxes account, so I had to shut down the business. So my sources of income kept being taken away. So I looked into financial independence, retire early is a catchy name, and financial independence is key. If we can have money coming in that we don't have to sell our lives for 1 hour at a time, then we have that independence. And it makes work optional. If you have enough money coming in from sources that you don't have to work for, then you can actually choose to do any job you want. And the money doesn't matter. I reached financial independence in 2018. So I could have stopped working almost, coming up on 4 years ago now. And I'm a moment of transparency. My friends have a sick sense of humor. Most of my friends are veterans, and veterans, as a coping mechanism, we usually come up with sarcasm. And so if you don't have a sense of humor, you might not understand what I'm about to say. But I have a friend who's retiring soon, less than a year. And my friends have taken out a pool on how long he lasts after he retires. My problem with the financial independence retire early part is if you retire early, most of the statistics from law enforcement and studies on people who retire is that the average person lasts about 2 to 4 years, lives 2 to 4 years after they retire. So many people focus on not working that once we don't have to work, they don't have anything in their life that keeps them active. So like I said, sick sense of humor. There's a pool going on how long my friend lasts. My goal is to educate him on how to fill his calendar with things that are going to keep him active so that he actually enjoys his retirement. So the financial independence, yes, I'm on board with. Retire early, I'm not sure I'm even going to retire late. I still work 50 to 60 hours a week. I run a truck driving school. I run a nonprofit that helps people find non-driving jobs. And I spend a lot of time trying to share content to drag people that are watching, kicking and screaming into their own version of financial freedom. At least here, I'm finding people who are trying to do that. One of the really frustrating things about figuring out financial freedom and understanding how simple the math is to make work optional is then encountering most of the people that I run into on a daily basis, people that work for me, people that I work with, who are basically planning on working until they die. And a lot of people talk about developing a savings rate, and they will contribute to a Roth or a 401k or some kind of retirement plan where it's automated, so you're not thinking about it, so it's the easiest way to do it. Or more importantly, it comes out before you see the money. If you have the money and then you have to physically invest it, for some people that's harder. But if it's out of your check before you have it, that's a little easier. But many companies will match 3, 5, or sometimes even more %. So people should be putting in the match. I hate the idea of money trapped in a retirement account, but I still contribute for the match. Some people don't have a retirement plan that they contribute to at all. I have employees who have access to ours that we developed for our company who don't contribute. And imagine that, working with me and hearing me talk all the time and then still not contributing, at least for the match. And then they don't have any other form of investing going on either. So they're never on path to make work optional, even at the point where they hit so security and they hope it's still there. My goal is if we can get more people to make work optional, then people can work jobs that they want to do instead of jobs they have to do for money. And then I think the world's just going to be a better place. And I do hear people say things, I love my job. And I've heard people say, I love my job so much I would do it for free. And that's not me. I would not do any job for free. I do volunteer and I do try to share content. When we can find a way to put our money to work, then the money we work for doesn't matter as much. So saying, I want to reach financial independence so I can retire early without a plan for what happens after you retire isn't very motivating. And I've heard some people say, well, I want to retire early so I can spend more time with my family. And sure, if your job takes you away 3-4 weeks at a time, or you travel like Michael Zuber does, where he's was going on several continents in a couple of weeks, yes, more time with family becomes important. But if you retired and you didn't have to work at all, and you had nothing on your schedule, your kids go to school. Your kids want to spend time with their friends. You can be friends with your kids, but they're not going to want to spend 100% of their time with you. You need things to do on top of spending time with your family. And for me, it's still work, but it's a really not relaxing. It takes a massive weight off your shoulders when you know that your work is optional. In the comments, can you put in, what do you think you're going to do with your time once you are financially free? Once we get you to the point where you don't have to work, what is going to be your focus? And if it's traveling, eventually that gets boring. If it's spend time with family, what are you going to be doing when your family's not available? Even if it's spend time with your friends, most of our friends, when we reach financial freedom, they're still working. I have friends that I work with, and I kind of feel like when I'm not working anymore, I'm not sure I'm going to interact with them because I interact with them because I work. So that's kind of tied together. My brother retired 7 years ago now with 10 paid off rentals. And his biggest struggle, not his biggest, I don't know his biggest, but one of the big struggles I see that he has is his friends all still work. And I still work. I take a month off a year and I travel with him. And we've done things like go to Colombia or Thailand, or this in 2021, we traveled across the United States in a truck, basically spent a whole month traveling. Starting this year, I'm going to turn that into 3 months. So that'll help a little bit more with his travel. But since he literally travels all the time, he's had to go through a merry-go-round of, these people can be off this time of the year, these people can be off this time of the year, this is his alone months. And so figuring out how to schedule that is a little more motivating than thinking, I just want to have all of the time to do all of the nothing that I want to do. Because that sounds great. And it is great for a couple of weeks. But take a long vacation sometime and start to realize how, if you're not active, if you're not using your mind, what we think is important is not. Time off is important when we're working, but when we're not working, time off is no different. Like Michael Zuber says, every day is Saturday. That's kind of funny. In his videos on One Rental at a Time, he has to actually check his calendar or his phone or figure out which expert he's talking to know which day of the week it is, which is a good state to be in. But look at what he's done as a financially free person who does not have to work. He takes his time and he makes at least 5 videos a day. He is still mentally being productive. I know the FIRE community, that acronym is catchy and people like it. And like I said, I have a little bit of a trouble with the retire early, because retirement, by definition, over the last several decades meant you stopped working. So retire early, I wish there was a catchy way to say don't need to work, but can still work. It's an option. But I don't know what that acronym is. So when we come up with that, that's going to be the one we go with. I also have some other problems with the FIRE community, where I watched Mr. Money Mustache, and it's great content, great concept of avoiding life creep, but the idea of living close to work so that you can ride a bicycle, because it saves money not having a car. And maybe there is some concept of environmental preservation where you don't have as big a carbon footprint. There's something there. But I live in Washington State. There would be about 3 months out of the year where the weather was good enough to ride a bicycle anywhere. The last 2 weeks were all under 20 degrees and there was ice and snow on everything. So even when it's not raining, it might not be bicycle friendly. And I do agree in being frugal for a few years, but what kind of life is being frugal forever? Permanently living frugally? No, 2 to 4 years to get the income coming in from some assets where you don't have to work to actually have that income. Sure, be a little frugal. I chose house hacking because it was a way to take your largest expense. And for most of us, housing or taxes is our largest expense. And so I took house hacking because it reduced or eliminated my housing costs. And I'm transparent on my channel. I share numbers and I just say the numbers for what they are. That way I never have to remember what I said if I made it up, because These numbers kind of matter to me. I know what my cash flow is. I know what my mortgage obligations are on my rentals. I know what my net worth is. And I didn't know what my net worth was for about 10 years until I made a video to try to figure out if $1 million in net worth or $1 million in debt happened first, which happened in the same transaction. But I still house hack, even though, and like I said, I know these numbers because I make videos on them sometimes. My net worth is a little over 2 million. 10 years ago, my net worth was negative $89,000. I had $89,000 in bad debt that I didn't know about until the divorce. And it took, it's 2022 now, 11 years. So it's taken 11 years to get to a net worth of over 2 million. And basically, net worth is a made up number that means nothing. But since I've done the research for videos, I know that with the gross value of all of my assets, if I sold everything and walked away and paid agent fees and paid capital gains tax, I would have about 2.1, a little over $2.1 million. So technically multimillionaire. Weird things to say when, like I said, 11 years ago, I was making $17 an hour, had a bunch of bad debt, and was a single parent with 3 kids. It's possible for the average person to reach financial freedom in less than 10 years, even if you're not starting from a good position. It's the main reason I'm trying to share this. So when we talk about making work optional, some people make the mistake of thinking, I need income that is at least as much as what my W-2 income is. And that's like thinking that you've been living literally paycheck to paycheck for the last year. You've never had a penny that you could set aside. And not only have you not been able to save, but when we're working, when we have that W-2 job, we're also paying taxes. Employees are taxed in a higher bracket than somebody who has investments. As an investor, I still have paid $0 in rental income tax on rental profit. So the taxes on my W-2 job are a lot higher than my taxes on my, zero, carry the zero, carry the Jane math. You're also saving for retirement when you're working a job. Once you are financially free, I'm still kind of saving. In financial independence, retire early, there are different stages. There's lean fi, where you have just enough money coming in to cover the basic living expenses, to where if you lost your job, you wouldn't have to, you would still have a house and still be able to eat. Then there's barista fire, where you're making enough money to where if you worked a part-time job, you would then hit coast fire, where if you just kept working when you're 65, you'd have enough money in investments to have a comfortable retirement. And then there's financial independence. And then fat fire is the top one, where your profit from assets is multiples of what it costs you to live. And I don't know that I'm there yet. My rental profit is about 4 times now what it costs me to live. So I think I'm on coast fat fire. If I never made another investment and I never reinvested any of the capital that's coming in from the rentals, eventually the mortgages would be paid off and the cash flow would even grow more. So and that was a very poor breakdown of the possibly 10 different stages of financial independence, which I should make a video on and break down each one with actual detail and some research and make it sound clearer. So when we're making work optional, we don't have to replace our whole W-2 income. We take out the taxes, we take out the saving for retirement, we take out the cost of working, that money that it costs us to live. And the easiest way to find this, instead of projecting forward and thinking, I wonder how much housing is going to be, and I wonder how much my food is going to be, and I wonder how much my entertainment is going to be. Look at the history. You already have the data. Look at your last year. Pull up your bank statements, credit card statements, and think, how much have I been spending to live my current lifestyle? And then if you take work out of that, it might cost you more, because now you have time to fill. And while traveling sounds great, there are some countries that I like to go to, Colombia, Thailand, where I came back with more money than I went with. But there are other countries where I think my next trip is going to be to the Mediterranean. And from what I've seen, the islands in the Greece area, I'm going to spend more money there than I do living here. So I'm going to come back with less money than I had that month. And if anybody's been to Greece, I would appreciate reaching out and giving me some advice on where to go. It'd be my first time in that area. So we figure out how much money we need to make work optional. And again, making work optional doesn't mean you don't work. It means you don't have to work. And I said earlier, people say they love their job so much they would do it for free. My thing is, I love my job so much, it's the only one I would do for money. If they took away the money, I'd probably not be going in anymore. I love my job. I get to play in trucks like they're go-karts. I get to play in simulators. I get to help people find local driving jobs. I get to help people find non-driving jobs. Not sure I'm going to retire late. That's why the retire early part of FIRE confuses me. So the purpose of this video, though, is to make work optional. And I talked about in my last live stream, what is financial independence? Financial independence is when you have more money coming in than it costs you to live and you don't have to sell your life to get there. But to make work optional, I want to focus on it's still optional. Meaning, once you reach financial freedom, now you can look for that job that you want. Once work is optional, what job do you think you're going to go for? Is there a job? Scuba instructor, parachute diving, skydiving instructor, um, music teacher. I call him a friend. I know him a little bit. He was a music teacher and he's just now getting into real estate and he does couch flipping and he's reaching financial freedom. And I'm curious if once he does that, he's actually going to be able to pick a music teaching job to do where he doesn't have to worry about how much a teacher makes. So let me know. Once you're financially free and you don't have to do the job you're doing now, which you're probably doing for money, which a lot of us do. And financial independence doesn't mean we never worked. Most of us had to work 5 to 10 years to put the money to work to find the assets that make work optional. What's that job going to be when you don't have to have one?